Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second episode of Heroclix Syndicate. I'm Tristan Halverson, here with my three co-hosts.
I'm Grant Hollingshead.
I'm Ethan Davis.
And I'm Gavin Houtsma.
Let's get into it.
So if you're looking for emotional satisfaction, my advice to you is to seek professional Heroclix help. At least 6 people think I am funny.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll be able to see all the cards that we're on teams that we're looking at over on the screen. Otherwise, if you're on just Spotify, feel free to go over to YouTube if you want to see them. Otherwise, we'll try to do our best to explain what they do and what they look like. So, what do we want to talk about first today on this episode?
I think what
Do you
maybe
want to go over the viewer submitted build?
Sure. So, we got a build from iZone Bill from the Dialects for Heroclix podcast group is where I know him from. Let's take a look at it here.
Yes. The build is. Yes, he sent it
Stunting
to.
like my daddy.
Oh boy.
I don't know if Gavin has it pulled up yet, but
I do have it pulled up.
okay, cool.
you can also pull it up on here too. But it looks like a pretty interesting build. I like to see triple Daredevil, the Legacy Daredevil. He's hard to kill.
Well,
play
you're
the other
going a
day.
little out of hand. The build is the new Kingpin Prime from the Disney Plus set, 55 points, with the Galactus Herald, both grand prizes with the Swordbearer trait, Daredevil at 30 points with the Legacy Daredevil with the Murmasa Blade, both Scott Porters, the white shirt with Sinestro Ring, 20-point Daredevil with Bucky's arm, and another 20-point Daredevil unequipped. And then he has some tarot cards and the nifty Traffic Barrel.
Which one does the nifty Traffic Barrel? Is that no improved movement? Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yep. I'm not sure what he's really. I don't know who he's planning on giving it to. I'm assuming the unequipped Daredevil. But
Yeah, probably.
Or the
This is a
30-point
cool
Daredevil
team.
just because he's survivable. And he'll be up
Mm.
there, you know?
True. That's so true. The Daredevils are pretty crazy. They've been seeing quite a bit of, play ever since they came out.
Right.
And they synergize super well with this Kingpin, because his first trait is friendly characters of 30 points or less can use toughness to modify attack and damage +1.
That's already pretty crazy.
Yeah. So he's playing a ruler themed team, but with the Scott Porter bonus and the map wide Kingpin bonus, his guys are hitting like bare minimum 13 for 4, and they all have toughness.
And this Daredevil with the Murmasa can get rid of defense powers, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
bad
the
roll.
did.
So he's always going to be dealing a good amount, 4 or more, or getting rid of defense powers, so the rest of the Daredevils can come in and clean up. Especially if Kingpin can give out those attacks with his speed power there.
Yep, his speed power. He can take a power action, choose 2 friendly standard characters of 30 points or less within 6 squares, move those characters up to 2 squares each, then they may each make an attack. So.
Yeah, honestly,
really cool.
it's a definitely unique build. It's a unique build. You're doing something right when you know you have both of the Scott Porters. But I like the idea that we're still using Galactus in Modern.
Yeah, no, when Galactus came out, I remember, I don't remember, but I remember being pretty new at the time, and everyone would just kind of talk about how Galactus is going to go on every team, he's going to be the new staple piece, and then no one runs him.
Yeah, it's kind of rare to find them now.
I mean, I think the real reason no one runs him is just 25 points is a lot for Cosmic in Modern and occasional powers that are good.
Like, he does some, the Galactus Herald has seen some play outside of that. I think it was the Apples and Oranges event down in Florida, someone was running, what's his name? The Chase Spider Knight guy. He's Spider-Man.
Arachnite. Arachnite.
Yeah. Sorry, his name was blanking. But yeah, someone ran him with the Herald Dial.
I mean, I could definitely see that being good. Anyone that doesn't have Protected Outwit already and really needs it, Like, I think this Kingpin does need it just because, 2 outwits and he's done. Or 1 outwit and he loses his defense powers is really big.
I mean, like, the entire, like, team synergy is all about that speed power, I think, where they're causing the Daredevils to get those free attacks in.
Right.
Yeah, I got it here. It was Arachna at 100 points with the Galactus Herald. That's what it was, and they got 6th at the Champion Clicks Open tournament.
Yeah, I always love to see Galactus being played, because I think he doesn't get the light he deserves.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Something that I think is really cool about the Galactus Herald, though, is with the new pilot trait that a lot of the Wheels of Vengeance characters have, you can have characters that have a pilot, have a god attached to them from the Disney Plus set, have Galactus, and have Chthon.
Yeah.
I think, like, Captain America's werewolf, Capwolf. I'm blanking on character names today, but I think he can have all 4 of those at once, and it's just really funny because he has so many powers.
I mean, stacking a bunch of powers is always funny.
It is, and sometimes that can also just be a super fun and like actually dangerous team.
Right.
I mean, hey, you're putting all your eggs into one basket here when you do it like that. But sometimes that payoff comes out. It'll come to help you.
Especially with teams like this where all your pieces are super survivable.
Right, and especially, I mean, we didn't really say anything about it, but Daredevil, he has the Murmasa, and I think he has monsters, so he's getting a Racco from Genesis, which gives him the rollout, since he has blades here. So, he's 30 points, you have to kill him 3 times already. Probably only 3
4 times to get him off the map, right?
No, it's 3 times, because when you kill him, he removes a stun, and when he has none, he's gone, right?
I don't think so. I think he stays on the map.
When he would be KO'd if he has any stunt tokens, instead remove 1 and turn him to any starting line. Oh yeah, so you do have to kill him 4 times.
Yeah, that's
and then he has
disgusting.
Immune, so it's going to take you at least 4 turns, or
probably be 4
probably
turns.
has Immune.
So 4 turns for that Daredevil and 3 turns for the rest?
I mean, 4 turns for this Daredevil, and then he also has rollouts from Murmasa, so there's no guarantee
Oh,
that
good
when you
lord.
attack him, that you're even going to hit, so it's not really worth
Right.
it at that point.
And what do we want to run that?
2 are both at 20, so they're going to take 3 to kill, and this one's got senses on a 6, and already he has senses traded.
Right.
So that's going to make an interesting choice there.
I think it's just for the close combat expert.
So what is he at?
Because
13.
13 for 5?
14 for 5, Scott.
Oh, Jesus. Honestly,
No, not 14. It's
Ooh.
just the Kingpin bonus, and then the Scott bonus.
and then CCE, yeah.
Oh, that.
These are Bucky's arm.
Yeah, no, that one's a 14 for 5.
And then they've all got senses, so we got rollouts. One of them has double rollouts. Kill them 3 or 4 times before they're even gone.
Something that's really funny. You can have one of them pick sidestep. They all have team players, so they can all pick Kingpin's Underworld, and they can just carry each other.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
say,
yeah.
Because one of them is 30,
You could
the other
always-
2 are 20.
Yep.
You could always use the Underworld and just keep sidestepping with them, and it'll be, because you can't take costed actions, but the free actions allowing you more movement.
With doing that kind of gets rid of the blades from the Murmasa blade because you already have it.
But the cool thing though, about that, right? So I would say move the Murmasa probably to the other 20 point in my opinion then, because you'll be on a blades click.
Yeah, I think so too.
I was gonna say with that though, Kingpin, his power action, you can have him take the extra 2 squares, carry the other 2, make an attack, sidestep, do whatever, or you can have them all move up and then do the power. Move 2 of them 2 squares, one of them 2, carry the other, have that one move 2, whatever.
And
There's a lot of combinations with that power action. You
they
can take
train
with
and
Underworld.
hit each other. Well,
Yeah,
not each other, but train, hit someone. Yeah, that's really cool.
Right. They can just slingshot each other across the map with Underworld, and that's really crazy, actually.
The more we're dissecting this team, the more I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
So I can't confirm this is true, but Bill does say, he told me that this can do 42 damage a turn.
I mean, I see it.
42?
I would have to
I'm
count it
assuming
all
6
out.
is on the
If you get
Well, yeah, if we have 6 on, and let's say that every single one of those are blades rolls. Let's say every single one is running blades, and they're all running 6s every single time.
Not even that. Like, this Daredevil is guaranteed 5 with Bucky's arm.
Right.
So, like, this would be 11. That'd be, another 22, assuming Kingpin power action has both of these 2 hit. And then they both hit with their own power actions. And then this Daredevil hits. I mean, that'd be 4 actions. I don't know how you're getting more than...
Yeah, well, no, Kingpin has leadership, I guess, but...
Yeah, well, that'd be 4, right? So 1 with Kingpin to have this Daredevil roll a 6 on blades, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
This one deal 5 with Bucky's. So that'd be 11. They both take a power action then to make an attack. Let's say they both hit. This guy rolls a 6. That's another 11. So that's 22. And then for your 4th action, this bottom Daredevil attacks and does another 4. That'd be 26. So I don't know how you're... How much did you say he does?
Yeah. Bill said 42. I'm not sure how he's getting 42.
Because that's a lot.
But definitely in the upper 20s. Like, each of these Daredevils, they hit so hard.
Oh,
absolutely.
They do.
Like, if I had to play against this, I don't even know what I would kill first. Like, maybe the Scouts.
Yeah, I would also go straight for Kingpin to try to get rid of those free attacks and stuff.
Yeah.
He's playing pretty defensively with his Kingpin next to Genesis and APOC, or Nexus and Daredevils. And so if that's true, then you can't do anything against Kingpin there.
It is a tough call here.
I think ultimately you just have your column go in and Quake Kingpin.
Yeah, right.
Elevation.
Maybe try for some pulse waves.
Have elevation, and then the same way you counter King Killmonger, you just place elevation underneath him and then punch him. So you can't mastermind.
It's like Quake, Energy Explosion, Pulse Wave is going to be kind of a tough one for him.
That's true, but...
I mean, I think Kong is just really hard counter to mastermind.
It is.
Specifically here as well, because he only has toughness.
Right.
And Kong is just so good, I don't see a reason not to play him.
Yeah, that's true. Kong is just honestly such a nasty piece.
And he doesn't... Yeah, Kingpin doesn't have blades. I was making sure he didn't have, like, the rollout from...
No.
Or from APOC.
I wish. That would be cool, though.
I mean, like, Kong's a good answer, right? But outside of Kong, it's pretty hard, because he can just mastermind to both the grand prizes, and they're probably going to have the Soul Sword. So there's not, like, you're not going to kill them in 3 hits. It's going to take at least 3 hits to kill each of them independently.
Yeah, that's true.
I was looking through his tarot cards here, and he does have some survival for his Kingpin, and here he has a 7 of Cups, which, for those who don't know, it's a mastermind is within 6 squares instead of adjacent. So that's pretty nice. Other than that, I don't know what other he doesn't really have anything else to protect his Kingpin. The rest of it looks like to protect the Daredevils. High Priestess lets you re-roll a single d6. Ace of Swords, when you roll blades, you roll 2 and choose 1. Queen of Wands, increase all single d6 plus 1. And the Page Pentacles, you can't use improved movement, but if you have stealth, you have free place within, hindering within 6 squares.
6 squares.
Right. Who all has stealth on this build? Is it just Kingpin?
I hate the fact that Kingpin has stealth.
Right.
I think it's just Kingpin that has stealth.
So that gives some nice mobility for him. It's faster than speed value too. So, it's faster than him straight up taking a move action to take that free action optimally. But I don't know. I feel like Prime Spider-Man also benefits a lot from that card.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
And that really puts me off of playing the Page of Pence.
Well, I would have agreed with you 3 months ago, right after Worlds. But we just, with rotation and everything, we haven't been seeing too much Spider-Man. He's still there, but there's enough counterplay for him now, and there's no Necro Sword, so he can't just one-shot every character in the game. And people aren't really playing him as much. There's Elsa Bloodstone, she's the new Prime, she's insane. There's Mad Jim, he's seen competitive play since his release. People are just kind of playing other things. Or Absorbing Man's a really big one. A lot of teams don't have room for certain primes because they just don't quite do what the team's trying to do. So a lot of people are running Absorbing Man on the sideline.
I might just be biased because at Rainbow we have one individual who plays Spider-Man every week, so I feel like I see a lot of Spider-Man. At least one.
We have one
Multiple.
individual. We have
At
Isaac
least
Dent
one,
and
probably
Alex
two.
Payne who play Spider-Man every single week.
They play Spider-Man every week, and I think that probably biases me towards thinking he gets
That's
more
true.
play than he does.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you look at like average like tournaments and competitive play, you're not seeing a ton of them.
Like, we've seen some more camo players, but obviously Matt Jones, he's just insane.
I mean, like, there's so many good primes right now, but like, there's only a few great primes, and everyone's running them.
Like, I'm looking at Adepticon, right? In first place, they were running. It was Lucas. He ran Absorbing Man, and then second, it was Anthony. Yep, I'm not saying that. Anthony. He's not even running a prime, apparently. George Matsu.
Oh, really?
George Matsu is playing Absorbing Man. Josafa's playing Absorbing Man. Matthew Ventura isn't playing a prime. Daniel Powell is playing Prime Batman. Patrick Fraser is playing Spider-Man. PJ is playing Prime Batman. One other Absorbing Man. Matt Reed with Ra's al Ghul on the sideline. Really cool build that Matt Reed had. Dial H just did a video about it, so if you want to go check out their video, you should. A brother Voodoo on main force. Absorbing Man again. Prime Wonder Woman, another Absorbing Man. Another Absorbing Man, and a final Absorbing Man. So, out of the top 16, only one Prime Spider-Man.
I mean, I think a lot of people like Absorbing Man just because he's really good on small maps, and he's free.
Yeah, he's really good on small maps, which most people want to play anyway. And then he is free, like Tristan said. You don't do anything. Like, if you're playing against a stall team, kind of like, I don't know, Lucas Tom Van Hollen's team, he'd kind of sit near his starting area until his opponent made a mistake, and he'd go and capitalize on that. Yeah. And not really stalling, but not really doing too much to engage until there's an opening.
You're kind of just baiting out your opponents, waiting for them to do something that just gives you the perfect opportunity.
With Prime Absorbing Man, it's just kind of a free figure. It's just a free 125 points on your build.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because he gets to pick powers.
I was gonna say, it's hard to beat that, huh?
Yeah. I was looking back at Bill's build here, and I was looking at one thing that I think he's trying to do. The Daredevil that doesn't have anything equipped. My thought is he's probably putting that on plasticity and giving it a nifty traffic barrel, so that he can base people even if they have like improved movement characters and whatnot, so they can't leave because they'll lose their improved movement. Right.
Yeah, I see it.
I mean, yeah, I did that, and it worked out pretty well last Friday. I didn't have the nifty traffic barrel, but they didn't have improved movement either, so they couldn't leave for,
Do you think it's possible he's attempting to just use that with Kingpin, and then just shut off improved movement before characters could reach him?
Like using it as a defensive thing?
Yeah, make it so no one can really hit Kingpin.
It's possible, but I would feel really bad taking that power action early, or that action early to pick up the nifty traffic barrel with Kingpin, because you want to be taking actions probably every turn.
Yeah.
Power.
I mean, that's why you're giving him that Galactus Herald, so he gets that willpower and whatnot.
Right, but it's not guaranteed.
That's true.
I'm not really sure what his plan is, because there's a lot of... He could have literally any of his figures hold it. Any of the Daredevils are basically... You're not going to kill them. But Apocalypse or Genesis aren't bad picks for it either, because they can... The Genesis is going to move and carry people. And if she's holding it, she can just place Kingpin in a way that makes it really hard to engage without having to stop before you can get to him.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not sure if he has like a set plan necessarily. It might just be like shift around. I haven't seen him play
this. He gets shifted as needed.
Right.
Say this team seems like it's a very fill a spot, right? Like it's not designed to do one particular thing really well. It's more designed to like how does my opponent want to play? Okay, now let me play how we'll counter that. You know,
Mm.
it's a response.
Another really cool thing to point out is his tracksuit mafia ability does apply to the porters. Like white shirt and his Colster,
Oh, they
he's
do.
rocking a 12 with that.
Right.
Oh yeah.
As long as Kingpin's not in the range. Or, well, I wouldn't shut off his powers.
Right.
But,
It probably won't matter as much
well,
for
it does, just not as true.
Black Shirt Porter, because he'll be a 12 for 2, which is a high attack value, but it won't really do much compared to all the other pigs on this team.
Yeah, not unless
I like
he's
to see
like
that
on
pulse
his
wave.
last couple. It won't do much for Black Shirt unless he's on his last couple clicks,
Right.
where he has that 2 damage value. But I don't know. I think this is a really cool build.
It is a really cool build. Does he have, how much perplex does he have on here? I know that he has Scott.
Yeah, I thought he had a few there because on those lower dials for those
Sure,
Daredevils, they
almost
all have
everyone on
perplex.
this team has perplex.
I was
Almost
looking through power representation here. You know.
Because I mean, all of the Daredevils do at one point get perplex, but I'm looking. It doesn't look like he's running a sideline, from what I can tell.
Right, he just has the nifty traffic barrel, and I'm sure you can change. You can add whatever sideline. Is sword bearer on your sideline, or is this
No, sword bearer is from outside the game. Yeah.
Right.
Maybe
So Genesis and APOC can have the soul sword.
Right.
maybe that's something he should add. He should try to find some sideline pieces.
I just don't know. What do you put on your sideline here?
Maybe like would that War Machine work for a Scott?
Yep, War Machine.
Yep.
Scrappy do for a Scott as well.
Yeah, Scrappy.
None of these characters have Herald, I don't believe, so none of the...
Does Galactus Herald give Herald?
No.
Daredevil does have Mystical if you want to give one of them Chthon to hit. If you want to give the one with nothing Chthon.
The Chthon, yeah.
I do like that because you can force him onto Perplex.
Right, so he doesn't
I'm
attack.
a big fan of Daredevil.
He gets another Perplex, you get a Perplex out, and then you do more attacks. I really like that.
Especially with like the free attacks, so he's not constantly pushing.
Yeah. It isn't the most optimal strategy, but something you can do is you can KO your own Daredevil with Chthon. I've done this just to switch him to a different click. Because sometimes, like if you have the plasticity one and they kind of just start running away from you before you're able to base them, and you're able just to kill them and switch to something else, that's pretty good because it helps you stay engaged with the game.
I could definitely see that being helpful as well.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. If you really need the Quake 2, getting that one extra square of movement is really big, I think. Be able to go 5 squares instead of 4.
Even outside of that, it just also buffs the first attack damage quite a bit. Like if you're doing that hypersonic, the one, because that's +3 attack and +2 damage, even without any other modifiers.
Yeah, before anything else.
No. Or without other modifiers, but just from Kingpin, Scott, and Chthon, you have a +3 and +2, and the one with the Bucky's arm has a +3 damage as well.
Right.
So it can be hitting 14 for 6 twice. It's kind of insane.
I'm looking at it, I'm guessing the Murmasa blade is on here probably just for Kong.
13 for 5.
Probably just to deal with Kong. Is probably what it's for.
Yeah.
If you rolls at it, it's likely that you're gonna get the 1 through 3 on Kong.
That's fair.
And like I would definitely add it for just Kong.
I can also see it. It's less common, but some people like running Grand Prize APOC at full. Like that happens in tournaments.
Yeah.
Like he's placed pretty well
really
at
hard to
Worlds
shoot
and
through.
whatnot. Yeah.
And
Without a Murmasa blade or like a Cosmo to turn off powers.
Yep.
He's really hard to deal with.
Especially if you don't want to lose your equipment, because I think the equipment's pretty big on this team, on most teams. I mean, you can play without it, but getting the +1 damage and the Murmasa and Sinestro, and both the swords are probably really big. I'm guessing you're going to take Soul Sword for extra survivability.
Well, now that I think about it, the full point APOC is probably dead because of Kong. Because full point APOC, if you're playing, full point APOC kind of just loses to Kong.
I mean, is that true?
I think
I mean,
so.
like, kind of.
If you give him the barrel so you can't have improved movement, he's based to Kong. He can't move away.
Oh,
And
sure,
unless you have
that's
some
fair.
really good blades rolls, you're not killing Kong. Because that Soul Sword penetrating does nothing, the Mystics does nothing. Like, he's not taking that feedback damage. And that's part of what makes
Yeah, it's
Kong
tough.
so good. It's just, you take so much damage for killing him.
Right.
And
That's
Kong can just kind of chew through him. Not super quickly, but if you have a black shirt, you can constantly heal. And Kong can have regen as free on a stop click, I believe.
Yeah, if he's double tokened, he has regen as free.
Is it on a stop click or just always?
I believe it's on a stop click.
I don't know. I really like this build. I think it's a really cool build from Bill. He says he's going to try to play this at Worlds, so...
I mean, unless something that comes out that really hurts it, I could definitely see it doing really well.
Yeah, I can see it doing well. He just needs to, like any team, you just need to play a lot and know your matchups. Because there are bad matchups. Even if you have your worst possible matchup, you can still win. You just have to know how to play against it.
Right. I mean, my guess at his worst possible matchup would be like getting double quaked by Kong, getting none of his rollouts, and then Kingpin dies from that if he's in pen, and all his Daredevils take 2 dice off. You know, APOC dies, Genesis dies.
There's no on this team have flight.
Like,
That's fair.
and that'd just be like poor positioning too. If if Kong can quake your whole team twice. Because
Hold on.
2 quakes from Kong does kind of just kill everything except Daredevils on his team.
Kong doesn't do penetrating damage against this team.
No, he does if you play elevated like you should as a Kong player.
Oh, I suppose, yeah.
Right.
I was going to say that none of them have flight or colossal.
And if you play something like, I don't know, I could see people playing Kong with Mind Pool from the new set to try and get just elevated on the board. But
Ooh, yeah,
I don't know
that's
for
very
sure.
true.
That's fair. That's a fair. Okay, I don't know. So we looked at that. Do you think we should just move on to the set?
Yeah, talk about the new set.
So,
Hey, thanks, Bill, for submitting this build. It was super cool.
thank you, Bill. I really enjoyed looking at it. I did.
Oh, well, spoilers. Should we talk about the thing?
Do you want to talk about that first, or after we look at some of the already revealed?
Yeah, maybe we should talk about some of the new set, and then we can get into that.
Right.
Just save it for a little bit later.
We'll save it. Gotta keep the audience hyped a little bit, you know? Gotta keep them waiting.
Alright, yeah, so let's just see what we know about the new set. What have you guys seen from the new set so far?
There's been a couple things where I've just enjoyed the pieces, like Jeff the Land Shark. He's our new pizza piece.
Yep.
He's the cutest model in the world, and it is just super funny for 25 points.
He's just eating a little pizza.
Yeah, he's just a little guy, and it's awesome. And he has so many keywords.
Oh
You
my
can bet
goodness.
I'll be buying one of these at some point. Just
Absolutely.
I mean,
He has Dolphin and Tiny, so Atlantis Throne Room is going to be insane with this little guy. He's going to fit on most of your monster and animal teams, and he's only 25 points. And he does a lot for 25.
Don't forget, he can Force Blast as free if he's in Water Terrain as well.
I'd like to see him Force Blast, you know, just some giant Force Blast Necron off a cliff.
Yeah, just like, he's like 2x2s and just send them.
Well, you can't do it with 2x2s.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Can't
You're absolutely right.
Things like Necron, like Tristan was saying.
Yep,
You could
Giants and
definitely
Colossus,
knock
yep.
those back. Or even the boot construct, Force Blast it into a wall.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
You can get some triggers off stuff like that. Like if you're playing Black Lanterns, you can Force Blast someone's boot and just kill it.
Yeah, I can see that being really funny. Pull
It's
him up.
a bit niche, but
Right. I mean, if you can get Atlantis Throne Room, I could see someone playing like a drop-off team with this guy, because it'd be really funny to see someone pull up with 8 of them, drop them right in front of them, Force Blast, sidestep, you know, all of them, and then Force Blast more.
We kind of had a buddy who did that with the old Invisible Woman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, That was nice because it could go on any map. Like this one.
Right. This one has to be water, but that Atlantis throne room is honestly used a lot.
That's my favorite map.
It's honestly my favorite map in the current meta.
Right. And they can all generate pizza, which is pretty funny.
Which is so funny.
I like free healing.
Pizza is honestly one of my favorite things that WizKids has done recently.
I just gonna drop the pizza, sidestep, grab it, and then right away.
There you
Can't
go.
wait.
He's just a little dude.
It's also funny because he's not unique. So as you said, you could just like make 8 pizza tokens or whatever.
Right.
Right. He's got to get that +1 defense from Tiny if they're trying to shoot you, and they can't even shoot you if you're within 4 squares or whatever, unless you're within 4 squares. Easiest Dolphin as well. But yeah, that was the piece that caught my eye right off the rip. Oh, another piece that really caught my eye, and we talked about it in our last podcast, Timebreaker.
Yeah, let's look at the time breaker real quick.
You finally get to see the figure for it on HCE.
Yeah, the little beetle dude.
It looks so goofy.
He is really goofy, but oh my gosh. An autonomous figure, Tiny, and he's going to be the new, like, insane TK. He's honestly just, like, the more you look at him, the more disgusting he is.
I mean, literally, he's a giant boss. But I can't tell if he's waving or if he's, like, you know, a revolutionary.
You know, I think he's like, hello there, fellow Timebreaker.
The model for B005, because I don't think...
B005.
I haven't seen that one myself yet.
I don't think so.
Because we see number 16, but B005, I think that one is still not been shown at all yet, as far as I know. It could have been revealed somewhere.
No. Yeah, I'm not seeing it anyway.
Right.
I honestly think it might be a misprint, so I don't know for sure.
Oh, that's true. That's very possible.
I mean,
guess we'll have to wait and see.
there were a couple misprints in the set, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it's nothing serious though. From what I've seen, it's just like I think it says patch is just rare, and then another figure that's clearly a rare. I think it's the Psylocke says they're a super rare.
And then we have a figure that we're gonna announce that was also deemed incorrect.
Did you guys see the Prime Colossus?
Oh yeah, we talked about that earlier.
I have not. Let's
pull him up here.
Ooh,
He
gold.
is the funniest figure.
He's made of butter. So
He is made of butter. Yep.
For real.
He is the butter vision from AI.
Ooh, impervious, and he can reduce penetrate. That's
So this figure has mind control. When he uses it after resolutions, deal a hit character damage equal to his printed damage value, which he has 2-point lines, a 60 and an 80. On 60 line, he's a 3 damage. On the 80, he has a 5. So you're dealing a lot on that 80 line.
Well, Tristan, you're missing the biggest thing. He has a 20 defense value.
Well, I'm just going through his traits quick. And then he has opposing characters can't use safeguard mind control, including from battle period. So you're always going to be hitting with that mind control, hopefully, because he is a 12 attack on his starting line on his 80 points, 12 speed, 20 defense, and a 5 damage. Charge, super strength, impervious, and he can reduce pen, and battle fury.
I think this is one of those characters that you see every set where it's like this thing's when this character is put on the board, it's definitely going to be something that will be special.
I mean, in sealed, he's a menace to society.
Oh, in sealed? Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like, who wouldn't pay the extra 20 points for what, like, an additional 4 clicks?
Plus 2 to all combat values except for attack.
And then, yeah, his damage is going to be insane with the mind control. He's charged mind controlling for the 5 damage and still getting the mind control.
Yeah. Something cool you can do with him. Well, he has improved movement and destroy blocking, so he's really hard to stop because you can break a blocking and pick up a piece of terrain and then still hit someone for mind control. But you can give him the what's it called? The thing that gives you leap climb. It also gives you extra bolt billy clubs.
Oh, yep.
You can play that.
Oh, true.
You can mind control 2 separate people. Only one of them will take the damage because it's a hit target.
Right.
But you can just get 2 mind controls off, with basically no repercussions. And this dude's stat line looks like he was made in 2021 with that 12 speed, charging 6 squares. That's almost half the map.
I mean, with Elite Climb especially, you're really not going to stop him from getting to you. Other than, facing him and hoping he doesn't break away.
Yeah, you put him on a team with some TK and stuff, and he's going to hit someone.
There are characters that legitimately have hypersonic and move less. They move slower than he does with charge.
Yeah,
that's true.
Which is insane. But the fact that you can't even, you just get mind controlled. Unless you're able to turn off his mind control with, Cosmo to just say he doesn't have it. He's going to mind control you.
We didn't even mention, best part of all of this, he's cosmic. So his projected outwit and willpower.
Can't be outwitted, yep.
He's going to keep going every turn, hopefully.
Yeah, dude cannot just stop.
So we should get quite a few of him.
Right.
Yeah. I think he'll definitely be something that sticks around.
And then we talked about Wolverine in the last episode.
Oh, hold on. There's another thing we should say about this Colossus Prime.
Oh, okay.
So it's his second trait. It says opposing characters with safeguard mind control. Opposing characters can't use safeguard mind control, including from Battle Fury. Because of how it's worded, it gets around the Underworld Ghost Rider, who says opposing friendly character adjacent friendlies can use their powers regardless of opposing effects.
Right. So it doesn't say they can use Battle Fury.
He's not
exactly.
Battle Fury. It's just they
can't use that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's funny.
Stopping this dude, unless you're able to
tough to chew through.
But
what do you do against this guy? Because
hit him.
Hit him again. Yeah.
You pray that you get good dice and he gets bad ones. That's what you do.
I think what you do is that you play 3 Deadpools or not Deadpools, Daredevils with a Kingpin Prime. You run them.
Yeah.
Exactly, and you run it at him.
If you hit that 1 through 3, he's gonzo. Suffice it to say.
But totally, talking about figures that are going to be disgusting during sealed events. That Wolverine, oh my! The Chase Wolverine, 275 points, 11 clicks, and disgusting.
Right.
Yeah. Amazing figure. It's when they released it, it was such a beautiful figure. But looking at this card, it is a lot to deal with.
I can guarantee you, if someone pulls this at your sealed event, they're gonna take him out of the package. That's his team, and maybe a 25 point or less filler, and that's it.
Yeah, and then you put Jeff the Lynch arc on there,
of course, yeah,
and
absolutely.
that is the team. Yeah, he's doing a lot. He is a lot of points. You're not gonna see him on most modern teams, but oh my.
Right, and the sculpt is just so beautiful.
Yeah, I really wish it was Hero Glow, but it's still beautiful.
Let's see, who else is new here? We got Deadpool and Hitmonkey.
I'd say we could take a look at the Deadpool.
Some of the legacies?
Take a look at the legacies.
So Hellcow's been out for a minute since Scott Porter did his things.
Oh yeah.
Let's look at Deadpool and Hitmonkey. This figure I really like, because I think it's funny.
I was gonna say the sculpt is hilarious in my opinion.
Right. I wonder. Let me look at something here. I doubt it. Well, maybe these Daredevils have Assassin for some reason. No.
No.
Okay. I was hoping that you could have this guy buff up those Daredevils on Izone Bill's team. But no, they don't have Assassin.
You do have
so dirty.
It would be.
One thing I'd like to find is you do have the classic Deadpool stuff with the fourth wall breaking, because you see the show me those KO clicks second ability.
Right.
It's pretty funny.
What happened to duo attack?
Oh, we miss it. We miss it every day.
I don't.
That's a funny. No one misses duo attack.
Oh, I love the duo attack. Oh, I miss it.
If you miss duo attack, just play Kong. It's basically duo attack.
I know. That's why I'm going to play Kong.
I mean, yeah. What I really like about this guy is that he makes more attacks in a turn than the 275-point guy we were just looking at.
Yes, he does.
You know, from farther away. So, for 50 points, you're getting 2 attacks a turn if you're targeting the target, right? Let's see. They can't use shape change, so that's pretty funny. And you're getting buffed up because he buffs himself too, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So if he hits with that first attack, second attack's coming in 13 for 4 on the top of his dial. When I was first looking at the dial, I really thought he was going to have prob on his damage power, since he has it on those last 2 clicks.
Right.
And then I saw the damage power, and I went, oh, that's almost funnier. Because the attack value is just so high that they want to reroll it.
That is really funny.
Yeah.
I do like his damage ability.
I don't know. What do you guys think about them reusing the target trait?
Let me take a quick look here. I have no clue what target trait does.
So they printed it a couple sets ago here. What set was that in? It was in
Notorious is the first
Notorious.
set, was it?
Yeah, I believe so.
They printed it in Notorious, and it looks like it's making a comeback in this set.
I think
Basically,
they've
you
used
give
it a few other times since then.
right. Basically, for all characters with this trait, you choose an opposing character, and then when an assassin KOs them,
yeah.
you score 25
They get
points.
extra points. Yeah, okay.
Right.
So you get extra points for it. Okay.
And
I
it
think
interacts
that's...
with the abilities here as well.
Well, I think it makes sense for the merc with the mouth.
Right.
And the hit monkey. He's a... Come on. You can't count out the hit monkey here.
I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, I agree that it, like, fits him very well. I don't know how I feel about reuse of traits from previous sets.
Yeah, I can definitely see, like, wanting to have unique and new stuff each set.
Yeah.
But it's WizKids.
Yeah. Well, also, I was going to say, I didn't really like the target trait in the first place. I feel like it was never really used that much outside of Sealed
Yeah, that's true.
and BRs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen some people make some target theme, like target assassin theme teams, and they're interesting, but
I think it's definitely a thing of it's something that you have to play for, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to run a team of mostly assassins and mostly who have the target on them.
I mean,
Or
that's
to
definitely
just
true.
Things that
It
give
just feels
target
very restricting to me in team building as well, which I don't
Oh,
like.
absolutely. Absolutely. That's the
But
big
I'm
thing
sure
about
I'm
it.
sure there's people who like building around a theme, like Yu-Gi-Oh players maybe.
worst type of player, but I'm kidding. We love all gamers except Yu-Gi-Oh.
I am very.
Don't say that on our names. You may be Yu-Gi-Oh players, but I don't care.
I just like playing more than one turn.
I do really like that they brought back the Shi'ar.
Guys, I love Yu-Gi-Oh.
I love that they're bringing back the Shi'ar. Look at the Professor X. Professor X brings the bystanders in.
Can we look at the Shi'ar for a moment? So a while ago,
They're bringing back Shi'ar.
in what set was it? X-Men Rise and Fall.
Yes, Rise and Fall.
They printed these figures, so the Shi'ar soldier and this Lalandra, and they made these flags and whatnot.
I love them.
And it looks like they're getting reprinted as bystanders in this set, which is pretty funny.
And those are actual clicks on those on the actual figures. So like you can use the old figures as these bystanders.
Is Lalandra's an 11? I thought she only ever had
Yeah,
10 on her.
Yeah, she I think top she's 11.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you're excited about that, Grant. You kind of played Glad at Worlds a few times. Well, once. But.
Yes, I played I'm Glad at Worlds. Sadly, not a Shi'ar theme, but in a couple of tournaments, and a lot of the time when we play on Casual Fridays or whatever, I'd play Shi'ar. I really liked the idea of Shi'ar, and like I loved how well they fit together, and with like the flags and how their points all just matched perfectly. Really big fan of Shi'ar.
Yeah. They're cool. I like
Right.
when they make characters that you can use. Like they make a character and you can use old characters. I
It's
don't
like
think
the
we've seen
bystanders and
that.
stuff.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen that outside of Legacies though. Because I know one of the Doctor
Well, they
Doom
did it
Legacy
for the
one.
commissioner, didn't they?
I mean, kinda. His thing was a bit different though, because the commissioners had the rookie, which was a Connelly they had printed previously, I believe, or
Yep.
it was the Batman, and
This is like
one of
the
that
the Dark
series,
Knight or something like that.
it is the same.
Yeah.
So I guess they have done it before, but it's pretty cool because I don't really like using bystanders. You can forget they're there. I think it's a lot more interactive to be able to just use old figures.
Yeah, my only problem with that is that like I could get confused that I think I KO the figure and it scores points maybe, but
Yeah, I see that.
as long as it's like very clear that it's a bystander,
Yeah.
it should be fine. It's just like I'm forgetful personally.
That's fair.
And then
You
I'll be
just,
like,
you just have to constantly remind, hey, this is a bystander.
Yeah,
right.
you can always ask your opponents to go, hey, can you not run that?
I mean, yeah,
Just use
Because
like
it's
chips or whatever.
The gear technically.
right.
I think.
Yes. I was gonna look at something here. Right. I think it's. How many of you have seen the new X-Men series?
X-Men
I have.
97?
Yes.
I'm all caught up, and
So
I'm
good.
ready for the new episode. I think it's tomorrow. 2 days? It's Monday day, isn't it? Yeah. 2 days from now. They drop every Wednesday, so yeah.
Gavin made me binge watch it, so
We did. We binge watched the first 5 episodes, although I haven't watched the 6th one with you, and I don't know if you've watched it, but I have. And
I have
know
not
where
watched
it's going
I
with
have
it.
not watched the 6th episode yet.
I mean, I don't know if Ethan's seen it yet, but I guess it's kind of a spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert right now.
For this. So skip ahead.
If you want to skip
27
ahead,
seconds.
like, yeah.
This Professor X is in one of the episodes.
Is he?
Yes.
Yes.
Is he in the sixth
Newest one.
in
He'll be
the
in
sixth
sixth
one?
episode.
Oh
Just watch
no, I haven't seen that yet. I'll have to watch it tonight.
And the Londra's
Just
in
have to
it
watch
too.
Laranja's in it.
Yes.
Yes, Lalandra's.
Oh, I'm so hyped already.
I thought that was really interesting.
That they're
I
dropping,
was gonna
yeah,
say-
they're dropping the 97 stuff. Yeah, that's
I was
interesting.
gonna say they're putting some in this set, and I think from what we've seen from the Heroclix for Huntington's previews for Con exclusive, there's a couple characters in there.
Right.
At least
Wasn't Boom Boom was also in 97, wasn't she?
I don't quite remember.
During the when Jubilee goes into the game.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
I think that was Boom Boom, wasn't it?
It's just interesting to see these figures coincide because we've seen this before when Marvel Snap released. There was a set. What set came out when Marvel Snap released?
Oh, jeez.
And a lot of the figures or characters that were like played in Marvel Snap were in this set, and it was really interesting because I was like, I've never heard of that figure before Marvel Snap, and I guess now the new HeroClix set. And I think it's funny when they do that.
Maybe Empire?
Hold on, it might have been. Shoot.
I was thinking I think it was Empire, wasn't it? Here, I can
Marvel
look. I'll look.
Snap
Right.
released on October 18th, 2022. So, whatever
October
was
18th.
around then.
Alright, well I forgot that HC Units doesn't tell us the days.
Oh
This
yeah.
came out.
Here.
So,
Let me look.
I'm still looking through the sets here to see if I can remember off the top of my head. I feel like it was, around the time that Empire came out.
Here.
Rise Fall came out, maybe. All around this time. But shoot.
You said 2018, right?
Snap was released 2022. Which is
2022,
after-
X of Swords, Disney Plus, War of the Realms would be the 3 in 2022.
Let me see. I'm looking through X of Swords. I just remember there being at least one figure that I remember was from I only
Also AV4E.
Let's see.
Avengers Forever.
Maybe it was Avengers Forever.
Yeah, check Avengers Forever.
Even on here, bro?
Scroll up. Right there.
Like,
Yep.
Avengers
There you go.
Forever.
Above Hellfire Gala.
There you go.
Oh,
Yep.
Avengers Forever is a set that I can never remember it exists.
It was on. I don't know. Avengers Forever was kind of a forgettable set for me.
I don't know what people play from it. I guess people play Red Widow.
The chases.
You play
Right.
Yeah.
Do they really play any of the chases other than Arachnite? This is the Arachnite.
Isn't this the set with Mephisto?
No, that's Avengers 60th.
Oh. That tells you how forgettable this set is.
Avengers Forever.
Cosmo. Legacy Cosmo.
Long. Doctor Strange.
You're talking about Pulp.
Blue Marvel.
What's that?
Still talking about Pulp.
Will.
Still
Hey,
talking about Pulp.
played.
That's true, yeah.
Kazar saw some play competitively in Modern for a while.
Who?
Kazar. He
Kazar.
moves animals up to half their speed value.
Kazar.
Oh, Quasar, yeah.
Maybe it was Avengers Fantastic Four Empire that I'm thinking of.
Requiem?
'Cause I know I
Sunspot?
hadn't heard of Sunspot
Oh, yeah.
before that.
Yeah, Requiem is from Empire, I believe.
Sunspot is. He's
But-
also in the new set. That's what I was trying to say. He's also in the
Right.
new set. I don't know.
Venom Mag.
I see him.
Ethan, do you know what set came out at the same time as Marvel Snap?
Jeez.
Marvel Snap came out
That's-
October 18th, 2022. So there you go.
That would have been roughly around Empire.
Right, so that's what I was thinking. Because I remember.
Well, Empire is the
what was
best.
Kazar in?
You
Was
know.
that Empire? Or no, that was Avengers Forever. So it was Avengers Forever. That's the one I'm thinking of. Because I remember Kazar being in that set.
Yeah.
That's who I
Okay.
remember.
Alright.
Kazar. The one I was talking about is from
Yes.
Avengers 60th.
Yeah, that's what that's the set.
Was Zabu.
Because it was Kazar that I was thinking of specifically.
Yeah, Kazar's he's a goofy dude.
And Claw, that's who else. I remember first learning of from Marvel Snap and then seeing him in Avengers Forever. Right.
Yeah.
We were talking about how some of the figures from the new set remind us of a specific show that's coming out.
Or it has come out, and
Or
it's like,
it's still coming out, yeah.
yeah, it's just a new TV show that came in.
X-Men 97. Watch it if you haven't. That's all I'm going to say about it.
It's on Disney Plus. It's very,
It is on
very
Disney
good.
Plus, yes.
Were there any other figures we wanted to look at from the new set before we pull off the big reveal?
I haven't seen it yet, but as you've been scrolling past, I've been seeing like, can we look at Wolvie real quick?
Oh yes, let's look at Wolf.
Oh yeah, Wolvie. Look at that little guy. Look at him. Mojo verse.
Professor X and Magneto would also be cool to look at after Wolverine.
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Wolvie is
I was trying
KO.
to do the voice and say his trait as him, but I don't think it's appropriate.
How do you do the voice?
Did you miss me? I don't know if that's what a chibi Wolverine would sound like though.
Yeah, would it be more like, did you miss me?
No, he would.
You know?
He would still sound gruff. Like he would have his normal voice.
You think so?
You
That's
think?
Totally. It's Wolverine. You can't.
Okay.
It's hard to explain,
So-
but like, I think
You think
if
it'd
you.
be like, did you miss me? Did ya? Did ya?
Yeah.
Because that's what his trait says. That's what his trait's name is. I think it's funny. But
It is pretty.
When Wolverine is KO'd, roll a d6. 4 through 6, instead of removing him from the map, you may place him adjacent to another friendly character and turn him to click 1. He is still scored. Protection Pulse Wave. That is funny. I mean, yeah, it's funny. Especially since he's tiny.
I mean, something funny to note, I don't know if it'll ever be important, but he never actually leaves the map, because instead of removing him from the map,
True, yeah, he just stays there.
yeah, so I think that's really funny as well. But, yeah, 30 points, I don't know if I would play this figure personally. Protected Pulpit does
I mean, like,
it a lot.
Probably not, but
mean,
but he is funny. Yeah, I'd definitely run him a
It's
sealed.
absolutely. Competitively, definitely not. But he's a fun piece. I feel like he'd be a fun piece.
I really like that he comes back to life, but it doesn't feel like it's a waste trying to attack him always, because you still score 30 points, which is like, that's a good amount of points for, 15 defense and toughness.
Yeah, I wonder if he can just sit there and farm him.
Oh, farm Wolverine?
Yeah, no, Wolvie?
Like, Wolvie, like in, what comic was that?
They did that to, in Old Man Logan. They a cannibal tribe restrains him and just chops off chunks of his flesh for food.
So you're trying to do that to Wolvie?
To GB Wolverine? Absolutely. I need them 30 points.
Could you though? You'd have to like full box whoever he places it. Right?
Well, right. It's like, well, he never leaves the map. So you surround that one square that he's in with, let's say, 3 Daredevils, and just have them go.
Adjacent to a friendly character. So if they have more than one, they can like teleport them around or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
Adjacent to another friendly character.
Box them in and make only one
Yeah, if you.
illegal, then
Yeah,
you
true.
do that.
You could absolutely farm this.
Right.
It's also
As long as they roll that 4 to 6 too as well, though.
Right.
I mean, if they don't, then he's dead.
It's like either you farm points or you get rid of a character.
I don't think it's a. I think you do have to roll the d6.
No, you have to roll the die, but you can choose not to place them, so you can just stay there if you want.
Oh. Yeah,
So,
fair enough.
that's always an option.
Yep. Yeah, let's check out what Magneto X-Men? Or not X-Men, Professor?
Professor X.
Is he all the way down here? Oh, yeah, I see. Oh, yeah.
He has a pretty cool power set.
Lots of symbols and words. So.
I'll try to read through this here.
If 3 or more friendly characters can use the Brotherhood of Mutants team ability, and a friendly character uses the X-Men team ability, the chosen character heals 3 clicks instead. // If 3 or more friendly characters can use X-Men, friendly characters with Brotherhood of Mutants instead succeed on 8 through 12 when using it. So.
Right. So you want to play a bunch of different
Yeah.
X-Men and Brotherhood of Mutants guys in this.
That's already kind of a nasty trait.
It's pretty cool, right? Because rolling an 8 or higher isn't like really that hard. There's a lot of dialogue.
Yeah, totally. I mean, 7 is your most average roll, so just 1 above average.
Yeah.
Right.
So remove an action token.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty
It's
good.
really thematic too, because you want to play Brotherhood of Mutants and X-Men, which is like, they're working together. I really like that.
Yeah, I think this could definitely be like a centerpiece for a very fun list.
Yeah.
And one
I
other
like
thing, they have those TAs, so they can count themselves towards those 3. So you really only need 2 more of each.
That's true.
So they didn't say other for that one.
What I really like is they basically, so the X-Men team ability isn't typically that good of a team ability. People don't really use it too often. They either try to use it to take damage, or if they really need to heal someone that 1 click.
Right.
Right.
But being able to just make this a better version of support because you guarantee heal 3 was kind of crazy. Like, I don't think it will be like competitive or anything, but being able just to guarantee heal someone 3 clicks is really, really good.
Yeah, no doubts about it that this is definitely going to be one of those legacy figures that I think will. I mean, they all skyrocket in price, but this one especially, just because of how fun this card is, I guess.
His attack ability is also really fun.
Yeah,
He gets a +1 attack for each Brotherhood of Mutant and +1 attack for each X-Men TAs. That's super fun. That it entices you to get those other team abilities on there.
I mean, it also gives Pensai and TK, which I probably wouldn't be TKing for my 80 points, but it's an option. And the Pensai is really nice.
I think the TK is more just there because it's Magneto, and that's kind of like one of his things.
Just to be there.
Well, isn't Professor X's entire power that he has telekinesis?
Yeah, they both do. Well, something I guess you can do
Complex
now
is like a bunch
with
of things.
him.
Yeah, he's all brain
Ooh.
stuff, and the Magneto is just magnetism.
Yeah, something you can do, because you can use telekinesis running shot attacks.
That's true.
That's true.
So
True.
you can pick up and hit people with containers.
I think something we should also mention is that they have range 7.
Oh yeah,
not
they got a long
not
range.
something you see super often anymore.
I mean, they can reach 12 squares on their own. Or, yeah. 12 squares away.
Yeah, the 10 attack's a little sad, but
I mean,
it gets
it should be a
buffed
13 with their thing.
Yeah, it should be a 13. But they don't modify their damage at all, so it's still just for 3. But there's some cheap enhancements, like there's a 4-point pog that gives enhancement.
Yeah.
No. And then what's his damage power that he has on those last 3 clicks?
It just gives him a bunch of other powers, really.
Leadership, perplex, and shape change on his last 3 clicks. He also has pulse wave there and sidestep, which is really funny. Have him go run sidestep, pulse wave.
That is pretty funny.
With some built-in rollout.
It almost looks like this was supposed to have 3 separate dials.
I agree. It is an old figure, so it might have had 3 starting lines before.
Like, that was a thing they used to do a lot. But it would have been nice if that was just like a really low, cheap, perplex leadership piece that also happens to buff everyone. That'd be like, if it had that low line that was like 30 points, it could probably be meta, but...
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely a piece that you'd have to build around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a
It's good, though.
for a team.
Yeah, totally.
Is there anything else we want to look at from the new set?
Let's do this last scan.
I mean, we talked about Domino last episode.
Yeah.
And we also talked about Timebreaker, but I mean, there's some.
I had to bring back Timebreaker because I just want to bring attention to this figure.
I think something that Scott Porter mentioned this release is that the dice that are coming in the boxes that seem really cool, all the special new dice.
Right.
For those of us that enjoy those.
Yeah, totally.
One figure that I think we should look at is Kid Omega.
Let's see, is he a rare?
Uncommon.
He's an uncommon.
032.
Alright.
So I really like this guy. So his starting stats are 6, 12, 18, 1, and he has a trait and special attack. His trait reads, friendly characters with the X-Men keyword have Brotherhood of Mutants team ability, / friendly characters with Brotherhood of Mutants instead succeed on 9 through 12 when using it.
Interesting.
So he gives everyone the Brotherhood of Mutants with X-Men keywords. So he makes it so he just kind of builds in that you have a pseudo willpower.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. But I like him more because of how versatile it is. His attack power is Psionic Shotgun. It's Energy Explosion, Telekinesis, and Knockback. So he has EE, a 12 attack. So he can do damage. He has double target. He has mind control. He has barrier. He has outwit. And on his lower clicks, he switches over to Pulse Wave Force Blast with probability control. Like he's so versatile. He kind of does whatever you need him to do.
Is he's 50 points. That's a lot.
I mean, totally.
Yeah.
You know, I could see him being played with that Professor X and Magneto figure, though.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. This might be a combo with those two pieces would be really good.
If you had 3 other figures with the X-Men TA and then all of them get the Brotherhood of Mutants as well, that's going to give your +3/+3 to both attack and defense on that fig.
That's true. That's a good point. I don't think Kid Omega will be like meta or anything.
Oh no.
He's just super versatile. Like in Sealed, he kind of does what you need.
Yeah,
to do.
totally.
He's got barrier. He's got TK. He can be a backup attacker.
Yeah, I can totally see this figure be fun.
So, I think that's
I see
cool,
it. And anything else here?
There was one other figure I was looking at. I can't remember. I'm trying to like look at who it is. I have to go through and find it. No, I don't remember which figure I was looking at. There was one other that I thought was super cool, but I think we could just go ahead and show them
Do our
the thing.
little reveal.
Talk about our cool thing.
So
Yeah, let's run it.
Dial H for Heroclix has given us the opportunity to look at a new figure from this set. You might have been watching their unboxing and you were wondering, where is the 017 Wolverine's card? Well, we've got it here for you on our stream. So let me just pull it up here. It's a Wolverine, 60 points. He says he's a common on the card, but the set list says he's an uncommon. So I think he's meant to be an uncommon, if anyone can clarify.
Yeah, on the set list it does say he's uncommon, so I believe he should be the first uncommon.
Right. So he is.
If you're attempting to stream it, you'll need to switch your screen over to the.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I
You're
can do
trying
that
to
for
stream
y'all.
in Discord.
I thought that he can show it in here, but he DM'd it to me. So
Okay.
Yeah.
let me go ahead and do this.
Yep.
There you go.
Here
Now
we
you'll
go.
be able to see it.
There we go.
So his trait is regeneration, and then he has regeneration as free, but only if Wolverine has used the X-Men TA this turn. He's got a pretty long dial, I guess, 6 clicks, 60 points. That's like not too many clicks for 60 points. But
It's meh.
I do like to see the regen is free. I think is really funny because there are figures from different sets that so there's a magic in X of Swords who says leadership. When you use it and succeed, friendly characters with the X-Men TA can use it as free this turn. So he could free use X-Men TA, which would let him free use regen, which I think is really funny.
Because then everyone else can regen for free.
So the X-Men TA, you choose someone adjacent with this team TA, and heal 1 click. Then you roll, and on a 1 through 4, this character, the one that took the action, is dealt 1 unavoidable.
But like, since he regens as free when he uses that ability, he's not taking damage, and he could possibly heal more than to a higher click than he started.
Right.
I see.
And like, if I hit that leadership on magic, he gets to use the X-Men TA as a free, so he's healing an adjacent friendly 1 click, and then for free as a free action, then he regens as free after that, which I think would be really cool.
Nice.
I could also see you playing like multiple of them on a team with that, almost.
Just all healing each other.
With that Prophex and Magneto we just looked at, maybe.
Ooh, maybe.
So
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be.
So they could heal 3 clicks. I mean, that's a lot of healing. I don't think you need that much, and he's a lot of points for it. But it could be really funny.
I do see it being really funny.
I remember my first impression of seeing this. We got a little sneak peek, and then we get to show it off. But I saw it, and I was like, "This figure is really bad." That was what my first thought was, just because I looked at his dial. It's a pretty generic charged blades. He's just a charged blades piece, right? I wasn't really thinking of, and I was like, his regen is free is so situational. Like, I'm not a big fan of the X-Men team ability. It's just really weird and niche. I was like, why would I want to use that? Like, I have to take a damage to maybe not even heal. Like, there's a 1 in 3 chance I don't heal at all. But like Tristan said, with the magic, and there's a bunch of X of Swords characters who give the X-Men team ability it's free, and they make it a lot better, because then it's you take a reaction, and then you take another free action, and just you can heal, and that makes it feel a lot better, because then you're not taking costed action to X-Men TA.
Right, because after that he can still charge. I mean, he has blades, so he should be usually hitting for about 3-4 damage on average. And in power, pretty good.
I mean, his attack is also, or his, not his attack, his damage is also 2 across the board, so you don't have any reason to not use the blades.
Right.
It's not like some characters where they have all those blades, but then sometimes they deal like a 3 damage or 4 damage, and you worry about that loss of damage. So I think that's also a really neat piece.
And I'm curious as to how WizKids values Empower when like determining point value. Like, you know, Charge is obviously a good power, so it increases the point value. Empower, we usually see on lower pointed figs, not really like a 60-point fig.
Yeah, totally.
An attacker, right?
Yeah.
I honestly think Empower is one of my favorite powers in this game.
Oh, I 100% agree. +1 damage is really good.
Yeah, especially since they don't allow Perplex to perplex up damage anymore.
Yeah.
Empower and Enhancement just became so much better.
Especially when Felix Faust was around.
Oh, yeah.
And then all that other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the ability to increase damage right now is pretty incredible. Because there are some figures that have like base damage 5.
Oh.
So if you can get a bunch of like empowers and enhancements around it, then just be dealing 8.
Right.
Yeah. That was something I was going to point out about Colossus. Even if you can't use his crazy mind control, he just hits hard. Because you can pick
totally.
up a shipping container, be hitting for 8, and then with 9 with knockback. That's insane. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Some really good stuff coming out in this set that I'm really excited to see.
Yeah, this new set is going to be something that I'll definitely invest into. I think I like most of these figures so far.
Right.
And I mean,
Well, come on, it's a Deadpool set. You're a big Deadpool guy.
Always and forever.
Why wouldn't you be?
I am curious, Grant. What are your feelings on them not legacying Evil Deadpool?
I was pretty sad about it, to be honest. Evil Deadpool had such a cool and unique trait, where he could make an attack one way and he would have a free attack, but only be in a very opposite direction he attacked. I thought it was super cool. Yeah, it was situational, but it was fun. I feel like he was a interesting thing to do, but I also know that they don't really legacy like primes and chases and stuff, so it is what it is kind of moment.
I was gonna mention, I don't think Headpool got a legacy card.
No, that was also very sad to see. I think Headpool would have been a hilarious legacy, that would have been enjoyed by the fans.
For those of you who don't know, Headpool is Deadpool's head.
And he was zombified.
Yep.
He was a zombie head. Yes.
It spreads the virus to your team.
And he has a little hat on with a propeller.
It's very funny. He's even flying around on his base.
Yep, he's tiny. He's a flyer. He has like 2 movement, I believe. And he goes around and he hits hard.
How fun.
It's such a funny figure.
I think the hype behind this will definitely be reinforced. If I remember correctly, it's meant to come out around the same time as Deadpool 3.
Yeah, speaking of Deadpool 3, have you guys seen the trailer?
I've not seen the brand new one.
The trailer is out, so if you guys have not watched it yet, please do. It is so cool. The way that they're reintroducing Hugh Jackman into the Wolverine role is awesome. I'm pretty happy that Hugh ended up picking up the claws one more time. So,
yeah. I also was watching the last 2 Deadpool movies over the last couple nights, and they're just hilarious movies all around. So I'm excited for Deadpool 3, definitely.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Deadpool with hair.
That's true. He does have the toupee.
Yeah. He has hair in this movie.
Part of it. At least for part of it.
He's got
You gotta give us a warning first, Grant.
he's got a Trump toupee on there. So
That is an interesting addition.
And I think, isn't Kevin Feige doing this one?
I could not honestly tell you.
You watched the trailer.
They do make a Feige reference in the trailer, so I do wonder if Feige's here.
They make reference to something and how it's new for Disney in one of the older trailers that I remember seeing.
In one of the newer trailers, spoiler, if you don't want to listen to the new trailer stuff.
Skip ahead.
So, his blind roommate is like, "Hey Deadpool, hey Wayne, do you want to do some cocaine?" And Deadpool's like, "Whoa, Kevin Feige said we cannot do cocaine." And then they go on and they're like, "Well, what if we call it this?" And they're like, "No, they have an entire list of every single metaphor." And it's like, how about do you want to build a snowman? And he's like, "No." You know? So they go through like a ton of like synonyms of cocaine, like different like street names or whatever they call it, and it's just Deadpool going, "Nope, can't call it that. Nope, can't call it that. Nope, can't call it that."
It's just your average Deadpool humor.
Absolutely, the new trailer is awesome. Go watch.
Rewatching the first movie, you gotta love how he literally spoils the second movie at the end. In the after credits, he was like, "We're gonna make a second. Oh, what, you think it's gonna be a sequel? And guess what? It's gonna have cable." And he just leaves.
Yeah,
And
that was really funny.
Everyone's reaction walking out of the theater was just like, "There's no way that they're being real right now, right?" And sure enough, when Deadpool 2 comes, they introduce cable. So, I wonder how he'll play into the third movie, if he will at all.
I don't know. I don't think I saw him in the trailer, but if you look at the trailer, more spoilers ahead. It seems like Deadpool and Wolverine jump through like a Doctor Strange portal.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
At the end of 2, he does that thing where it's like he uses Cable's device to jump through time and jump through the multiverse.
Right, but it didn't look like that portal. It looked like the Doctor Strange from the MCU portal.
That's odd.
Maybe they're making it canonical. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe they're trying to shove him into the MCU somehow with Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
That would be amazing.
I mean, I'm down to see more Hugh as a Wolvie.
Absolutely. Well, July 26th is when that movie comes out, so I guess we'll have to wait till then to see what happens.
Cannot wait. Well, that's only like a few months away, right?
Oh yeah, it's only like 3 months away. 3 months away. I mean, hey,
yeah.
We'll go opening day. I'm sure we will.
I mean, probably. I think that's one of my most anticipated movies of this year.
Definitely. I don't know.
When does the new Joker movie come out?
That also comes out pretty recently. Here, let me look. Because I also just watched the trailer for that.
That's what I want to see.
I'm interested to see how they'll take the
October 4th.
October 4th. Okay. I'm interested to see what direction they'll take that movie, because based on the trailer, it looks like Harley Quinn isn't a nurse in this one, or a doctor.
I mean, that's exactly what I was thinking, but I'm thinking they're gonna pull it around on us at the end and just be like,
it's gonna be all in his head.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of what they were doing in the first movie too, where it's like some of the things he was doing aren't real, but some of the things are, and it's just him thinking and being crazy.
That's kind of what I loved about the ending of the first one, is it revealed that so much happened, but so much didn't happen, and it makes you try to rewatch the movie questioning what of this actually.
Yeah, it was like what was real and what was all in just this dude's mind.
Right.
Yeah, Joker was an insane watch the first go around.
Yeah.
I watched it in the theater with my dad, and when he watched it, he was mortified. Like, we went and watched it, and as soon as he shot Murray, I looked at my dad, and he jaw.
Spoiler.
Yeah, well, okay, well, hang out. It's been 5 years. If you haven't watched it on this point, it's your problem.
That's true.
My my dad's jaw was slack. Like, oh.
There's no way you just spoiled the joke. I have not watched it yet.
Yes, you have. It's been 5 years.
I haven't watched it yet.
It's been 5
Then
years.
it's not a problem.
No, you can't
We'll
just
watch
spoil it. You need to give a spoiler warning, buddy.
No, if the movie's old, bro.
Alright, bro. If we're really just
Murray, go watch it.
Yeah, go watch it. It's really good.
if we're
Murray.
really, spoiling movies here, I guess. 2008 Iron Man, believe it or not, the reason Stark goes to the Middle East to blow up the bad guys is because they have his weapons. There you go. That's a spoiler for that movie.
No, no way. Oh my gosh.
In a cave.
Watch the scraps.
A box of scraps.
Guys, you can't just keep spoiling these Marvel movies I've never seen before.
You know,
You've seen Iron Man, I know
No,
it
I
for a
haven't.
fact.
Iron Man.
spoiler for Captain Marvel. It was bad.
Oh, that's a spoiler. I know everybody said.
Oh boy.
The entire film was horrible.
I actually
Spoiler,
didn't see that one.
spoiler alert.
Confirm, it was bad.
I would say we shouldn't say that.
Like,
because that's more of an
I don't
opinion
know,
piece,
2018,
but, I mean,
2020. I
have
don't,
to agree.
couldn't tell you.
Spoiler.
No.
The guy that scratches out Nick Fury's eye. It's not a
Whoa,
good
whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
Spoiler
I
alert.
know. I saw that scene and then watched
Spoiler.
the rest. No.
Spoiler, whatever her name
Yeah,
is.
that's crazy.
Letter in Scott Pilgrim.
Brie Larson.
So true.
Brie
Scott
Larson, yeah.
Pilgrim. I need a Scott Pilgrim set.
Brie Larson. Brie Larson is such a
Scott
good
Pilgrim
actress,
Hero
but
Clicks?
wrong movie.
Scott Pilgrim, Heroclix, WizKids, please.
Whiz kids, I'm
Whiz
begging
Kids.
you.
I'm on my knees right now. You cannot see me, but I am on my knees. You just gotta trust me.
This is coming from the Dial H super fan. All right, we need a Scott Pilgrim.
God.
Last time you got on your knees, you got what you wanted. Whoa.
That's true.
Yeah, from
That's
Dial
true.
H, just gave you Superfan.
Yep,
I
he
know.
begged and he prayed and he got super fan just like that.
I'm asking once again for your aid. Dial H for WizKids.
Dial 10, give me Scott Pilgrim.
We need Scott Pilgrim for the world.
Do you think they would make that a set or would they make that like iconics?
It'd be an Iconics.
Be interesting to see them do Gravity Feed again. I don't really like Gravity Feeds, but it'd be interesting.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't really enjoy Gravity Feeds.
I think
But-
they're moving away from Gravity Feeds and moving just to Iconics.
Yeah.
I
I
haven't
think.
printed a Gravity Feed since
Well,
Eternals. And
Yeah,
one doesn't
Eternals.
really count, because that one got delayed by like a year and a half. It was supposed
True.
to come out way sooner.
I mean, like, also, like, I really liked R.I.P. R.I.P. was such a good set, and that was a Gravity Feed.
I mean, the real problem with Gravity Feeds is they're just usually not playable on 300 Modern, which is what we usually play.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, some of those figures were... Some of the R.I.P. stuff was way playable.
I mean, I really liked the Grim Reaper or Death. I can't remember.
Dr. Frankenstein was really good.
Frankenstein.
Yeah,
I think it
I'm
was
not sure
Death.
about Dr.
Death was
Frankenstein
really
a little
good.
bit.
So, I mean, I really liked those figures, but they didn't fit on, like they're not a Scott Ford.
Well, back when R.I.P. was a thing, monster themes were everything. That was the game. It was monster teams. It was monster and mystical, and it ruled the meta. So like that Dr. Frankenstein fit on most teams.
But I don't think a lot of them were playing him just because they were playing other things that they liked better.
Yeah, that's that's true. But I did see Dr. Frankenstein on a lot of teams.
Right, but like, do I play Dr. Frankenstein or do I play, I don't know, the Commissioner?
Well,
That
was after R.I.P.
I know, but like they were just filling in with other things. I don't think a lot of them played it. Unless they had like one really big figure that they were scared of dying or getting on his low clicks.
Yeah, I think instead of running a Doc Frank, they ran like colossal retails,
Right.
like Carnages and Groots and whatever.
Dark Phoenix, maybe.
Well, that was after too, but
yeah,
yeah, Dark Phoenix.
Dark
So
Phoenix is so good.
Dark Phoenix was pretty nasty.
Still sad. I think she's banned in silver, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I'm still
Not
sad about
Mangog.
that. Yep.
No, Mangog is free play.
I know. I bought a Dark Phoenix from somebody who used to play at Rainbow, and then she rotated, and now she's banned.
Yep. No play for that woman.
So, kind of sad to see. You know, I feel like I'd like a little warning on the ban so I can get some play out of the figs, maybe. But
Talking about Dark Phoenix, little spoiler warning for X-Men 97. Do you think Goblin Queen is Dark Phoenix?
no, because they show her looking through Jean's mind, and then she sees Dark Phoenix there.
Well, is that Dark Phoenix or just normal Phoenix?
That was Dark Phoenix. It was red.
Oh, I thought they just called it Phoenix, right? They just called it the Phoenix.
Well, the thing
It's
is,
just Phoenix Force, right?
It's also Goblin Queen is also Madeline Pryor, Jean Grey clone, but not Jean Grey, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
And
I mean,
Dark
we
Phoenix
see
is
Jean Grey
explicitly Jean Grey.
We see Jean Grey just ball out straight up on Madeline Pryor. So.
That's true. Just throwing hands, you know.
Unless
that was really funny.
Unless Madeline makes a Dark Phoenix comeback, Marvel, can you confirm that? That'd be awesome. I think that'd be fun. I'm trying to think of where they would take the show from what we know.
Yeah.
So.
Well.
I think that's everything that we had to talk about.
Yeah, I think that was
Plus
the agenda. What's some extra?
Well, I do want to say one thing about that show before we wrap up. So I've only seen the first episode, but I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, it's the guy. It's the Matt Reed guy. It's the Master Mold, bro.
The Master Mold?
Reaction to watching it. I was like, it looks exactly like him.
It did, honestly.
Perfect. It was a perfect replica.
The resemblance is uncanny.
But yeah, shout out to Bill for submitting that team that we could review, and shout out to Dial H for letting us reveal this upcoming figure.
And I think that's it. Anyone else want some passing remarks for the ending here?
We do have a couple things to say. Like and subscribe for the YouTube channel, and we do have a Patreon that will be coming out. We're still working on it, at least as far as I know. But yeah, please do that. It means a lot to us. We'll definitely put it all towards making better content and more content for those of you out there.
Alright, stay safe out there.